Hey, right
I got him.
Come to me.
Oh, check him out. All lit up.
Oh, I could.
Little bastard.
There it is. That's game. Game over. It's time to play the guitar.
What is good, YouTube? It's your Breeze back to the video. So today's video we're doing, I know people have their own perspective of a busy schedule, so I try to get these videos out as much as possible. You know, life can be hectic with everyone's 9 to 5 and kids and stuff like that, so it's always hectic. It's always a busy schedule to get content out. But without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So I'm gonna start off with the PS3 Xbox 360 version. So this version was really great. At the time, it was probably the best sports game out there, like including Madden, FIFA. I don't know what other sports game besides Madden, FIFA, 2K even came out. But at the time, 2K14 was the best on like PS3 Xbox 360 version. I really loved it. This version of the game also had the LeBron Path to Greatness version, where you could play with like multiple, like relive LeBron's journey through the Heat dynasty, or you could create your own and stuff like that. It was like foreshadowing, like not foreshadowing, but like basically taken back from 2K12 and 2K13 did with the Jordan mode and the Legends Showcase mode in 2K12. Yeah, it's really good. I like that they added this in because it gives everyone's perspective how they would finish out LeBron's career as a heel, or finish out his career as, you know, any other team, Cleveland, Lakers, hint. But yeah, it was really good. The Black Time mode I didn't really like, and well, let's switch over to the Black Time mode. The Black Time mode I didn't really like. It was too bland, too generic. Like it was just very, very lackadaisical, and you couldn't really come back and forth to it because of how much they didn't really think about, you know, adding more detail. The clothes and the colorway of the character too was kind of like, yeah. It just feel like they couldn't get the right vibrant and saturation of the colors, which was like kind of horrible. Gameplay was really good, so we can get into that. Gameplay with 2K14 was really good. It was very well detailed. They added like over some, I don't know how many enemies they had, but they also had one little move that if you guys really played 2K14 you'll know, which is like the corner 3. It's basically like a Euro step to a 3, and it's automatic green. And you don't even have to green it, you just have to shoot it and don't get blocked. But it was automatic green. It was so bad. Like someone had wanted to, I don't know, it was wild, but someone had wanted to turn me off that move where they just kept running to the left corner and then did like a step back 3, Euro step 3, and just kept making it, which was just so nasty, so disgusting. I didn't understand why would they do that and add that game in it. Like no game is perfect, but like at least 2K try your own game and understand it before you like just go out there and just put it out. But it was very bad. I didn't even like it. It was a very messed up glitch. Like it was sort of my team. 2K13 was the first time that they added my team in. And the 2K14 version of it on current gen was really, it was like, It was like a hit or miss for me. I played it, but it's like it wasn't something like you can get into like 2K13 version was. 2K13 version brought a whole different pedestal of it. It made you really grind and understand. So I really and then understand 2K14's my team. Just the dynamic of it was very complicated. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's very complicated. I know a lot of you guys love 2K14 my team, current gen version. It was very complicated, in my opinion. My career is very well put together. I really respect my career and the love that 2K showed for it this time. The VC I like in the skill boost. I like how they didn't have to I like how you didn't have to basically like current gen games now with 2K, like you didn't have to spend arm and leg just to get your my career to a 90 or to a 99. Like it was crazy, but now it's outrageous. I respect that. I also like how they added more of the I like how they took out the Guitar Hero thing from 2013 dunk contest. Like we was getting to the dunk contest, basically All-Star Weekend, you know. I like how they added more to All-Star Weekend with the dunk contest, which is kind of like, yeah, 2K13's dunk contest was very horrible. I didn't even like that. Like, it was just dumb. Another thing I liked about the current gen version of NBA 2K14 was just like the aesthetic and the nostalgia it gave you of playing NBA 2K13, because you can tell 2K did not really care about NBA 2K14 current gen just because they wanted to focus so much more on NBA 2K14 next gen, which I respected because it was a new console series and new console year, so they had to, you know, stay up to date with the time and frame of players now. But like, it was just crazy. I didn't really understand it and how they got more into it, but yeah, it was great. Overall, 2K14 on current gen, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give like an 8 out of like a 10. It was a great game, very great game, and the complexity of certain game modes was kind of so it doesn't really give it that great type of atmosphere where you could be like, come back and play it and come back and play it, basically like longevity. That's my opinion of the first half of 2K, which is the current gen. On to NBA 2K14 next gen. So, NBA 2K14 next gen. What can I say? I didn't talk about graphics in the current gen version just because like the graphics is just like 2K13, so you didn't talk about it. But boy, still to this day, 2K14 has the best graphics of all time when it comes to NBA 2K game. When I said they nailed that to a T, the lighting, the floor lighting, the way the ball looks in the hands of the players, the lighting of the players on the court, it was perfect. Like NBA 2K14 on next gen PS4 Xbox One was the best graphically sports game ever created. You can have me. And I forgot everyone, because everyone knows that NBA 2K14 had the best graphics of all time when it came to sports games. But graphics alone was just very, like, it boosted the score for NBA 2K14. The blacktop mode of NBA 2K14 versus the blacktop mode of NBA 2K14's current gen was way better. It was more lighting, the characters look better, and they say, I understand because you got more of a storage and stuff like that on the newer console generation, but it was really beautiful. Like, the court was beautiful. I was just mad that they didn't keep it long term, like with 2K14. Like, 16 was the last time they had like that, and then from that point on, it was the same ringers, ballers, blacktop mode court. Blacktop mode NBA 2K14 is very beautiful though. Like, I like the shade. I like how you was on top of the rooftop and it was bright outside, and like the color was great. I like how also all the players didn't wear the same exact jerseys. Like, I like how if you pick Michael Jordan or you pick pick LeBron, you can get their jerseys. One thing I didn't like about NBA 2K14 though was you had to pay to get the characters unlocked. That was stupid. That was one thing about downfall of 2K in general on both consoles. You have to pay to get, like, if you want to play with Dominique Wilkins, you have to buy him with VC or skill points at this time, which was stupid. It's like, I have to pay to play, basically 2K was foreshadowing that we was going to go into a pay to play type of era. But like, I didn't like that. I didn't like how you had to pay to get your favorite players. Like, it was stupid. It was dumb. The My Career in 2K14, beautiful. The cutscenes, everything. This was the first year that 2K switched from the blacktop type of online atmosphere to mod part. This is the first time we got mod part. beautiful. One thing I didn't like about the my park on here though was the scoreboard. Like I didn't like that the scoreboard had to be on the side on a big box instead of right in front of you, which was stupid. Like you couldn't really see if who, like you had to look at the court and then look at the scoreboard to see who's up. Like I understand as if in real life you have to do that, but like I didn't really like that. It was very well distracted. Like you just want to go out there fun. I like how they added sunset course and stuff like that. The gear and the graphics of the clothing and stuff was a lot better than it was on current gen, just because the colors and the tone actually matched. It wasn't hurting your eyes. Like I said in the beginning, where NBA 2K14 on current gen, the colors wasn't very vibrant and it was very saturated. 2K14 is just kind of fixed that, which made it kind of a plus. Just because you don't want the clothes or you don't want colors, because it's a game already, so you're going to be staring at a lot, but you don't want stuff to be throwing you off, which would add more to it. I didn't understand it, but it was really not my point of view to really sit back and get too deep into detail with it. But yeah, then my team me and Ticket 14 PS4 Xbox was great. Hands down was beautiful. Like hands down was beautiful. I always say 2K13 had the best, like my team in general, but 2K14 on next gen was really good. PS4 Xbox One was really good. It was the best. No, it wasn't the best. It was one of the best my team mode of all time. Like the card packs odds was a lot better than there are now. Now you have to spend about 200, 300 just to get a risky card, just to get that 100 overall Shaq in the NBA 2K25. I think it was called radioactive packs. You have to spend $300 of real life money. It's not worth it. Like everything is a profit now. The badge, like back then was really beautiful and really well put together. So like you're not gonna see everyone with the same card, but you're not gonna be sitting here spending arm and a leg just to get the best cards. Like I do like that. And then the grind mode, like you could really had a reason to grind and understand and unlock more with the game. So I really respect it.
He hasn't been able to stay healthy. In his prime, he was a
game modes. They added, I think they added dunk contest too, but it was still like it's the same as it was on current gen. So I can't really get out an update just because it's the same. I still think it's pretty alright, but it's still not perfected. I think they'll never actually get it perfected like they did in NBA 2K11 with the Michael Jordan version. That dunk contest is probably the best in general because it just gave you more fluent and more stuff to do. Like I really respected that one. Gameplay, NBA 2K14 gameplay. In the beginning, it felt slow. Once you got used to the dribble moves and new concept of the way 2K was going forward into the life of it, you understand that it was worth it now to really get in the gym and practice. Not every player played differently now. Because now if you get Derrick Rose, you play against Kobe, you get Kobe fadeaway. Like players feel like they was true to their real life self, which is why I give the upgrade. And then they didn't have the glitchy, like you didn't have the step back three like I mentioned in 2K14 current gen, where you can do a step back three and make it in green it all the time. It didn't have that, which I respected. Just because why would you add that? Why would you add it in? And I like how they take it out on next gen. It was really good. Another thing that I liked about NBA 2K14 overall, just the simplicity of it. Just because everything wasn't cluttered and stuff like that. Like you had the game modes, attributes. Like even when you play My Career, it wasn't too like the menu wasn't too everywhere. Just so you can understand, like it was just a lot. And I didn't really have a problem with making my character because everything felt unique and the build system was way better than it was before. Like I understand the build system now is a lot better, but I'm talking about like back then it was better. Like me personally, I feel like take 70% of that from 2K14, 2K15, all those games, and add like 30% of 2K25 and the build system to it. It'd be a perfect game. Like say it become more dominant on the older generations when it comes to My Career building, and add a little more to the new generation. That was just me. I feel like it would have been a lot better if 2K actually did it that way instead of what we have now. Because like I have a 6-foot guard that's a two-way, and I'm not going to be compared to Paul George who's 6'8", or be compared to LeBron who's 6'8". One of my bros the other day just made a shoot first guard, right? 6'3". In my head, like who could that possibly be? Steph, Dame,
Okay, go
right?
inside. Go quickly.
Trae Young,
Before the double.
right?
Just like
They
that. Look at
compared
it.
this guy
Yeah.
to De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul.
Get over there. Block that BS.
De'Aaron Fox and Chris Paul.
Grab it.
And his archetype says, shoot first,
Dirk is going to
guard.
be trailing the play. I see you. There you go.
Chris
Oh, wait,
Paul,
oh, you can't
I
do
know
that.
damn
Look
well
at
no
this.
shoot first guy. He could pass. He'd be a pass first guy.
Pick and pop.
De'Aaron Fox is a slasher slash mid-range. So
But nobody
that's how
open.
they
Look at
play
that
it.
cheese. How is nobody
But,
open on
yeah.
a double team?
Back to the topic again. Even 2K14 was such a great game. Really one of the best, most underrated game in general. You just never really had
Double teaming, rotating.
you never really had like a boring day when you hop on. Like we came from school, you just hopped on straight NBA 2K. It was really some of the best. Like really some of the best.
Gortat is kind of open, but I
But
don't have a passing
also, I would say
there it is. Carter
the intro
Fleming.
too. 2K14 had a great intro with LeBron sitting there talking to you, stuff like that. That was a really good intro.
long as it's not a dunk. Get back,
This
get back.
overall, 2K14 was a very great game.
Calling for the double. Bring the
Next
double.
gen will have to give the edge more, rating that a 9 instead of the 8 that I give Curry. Just because Curry Gen
Stop
took
it.
a
Don't
lot
get
from
over it.
2K13 and
Get
brought it
it.
over. Just because just because 2K developers didn't want to work on the current gen version of 2K14 on just because they were moving on to the PS4 version, which I respect because that's how life goes. You gotta stay up to date with all the other games, stuff like that.
Unbelievable. 42 of his
But
45
yeah,
points are in
that's
the
been
paint.
basically my opinion on why I consider 2K14 top 5 2Ks of all time.
My goodness,
Let me know in the comments what's your favorite 2K. Leave a like. Also, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, I read the comments, so like, if you ever post a comment, I read it. If I heart it, I see it a lot. Like every comment you guys post, I check them and I read them a lot, and I comment as much as I can to stuff that's actually worth commenting to. I'm not gonna comment to like a lot of stuff that's like disrespectful and stuff like that. I don't really comment to that. Just because I don't feed it to negativity. I try to stay positive as much as I can and feed my brain positivity, feed you guys positivity. That's just me. That's just how my character is. But yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't like, comment, subscribe. And, you know, show some support. Like once again, roll to 700. We almost there. But I said 700. Roll to K. We almost there. Let's get it. Keep supporting your boy, me and my Reese. We out. Let's get it.
Vince Carter.